If you didn't really move before and you start doing this routine 2 to 6 times a week, I guarantee you after a few weeks you will feel so much better. Your body will be more flexible, your shoulders will be more healthy, your core stronger, your knees stronger. So your body will thank you by starting with those simple exercises. You don't need equipment, you don't need much space, you only need your own body. 4 easy exercises, simple and accessible. So let's go through the exercises. Exercise number 1 is crawling on the floor. We start with shoulders above the wrists and the knees below the hips, more or less. So we don't want to be with straight legs, because I want to come into that position, because here now I have way more tension in my legs, in my quads, in my knees. I also have tension in my core and in my shoulders. Also, try to grab the floor with your hands. Try to not keep them closed like that. Spread them, so you want to start grabbing the floor, which also activates your forearms. And now, very simple, 1 minute movement in that crawling position. That means I can move forwards, but I can also move sideways or backwards. Totally up to you. The goal is 1 minute non-stop movement in this crawling position. If you feel like, you can also start crossing the arms at some point, or however you feel. But never let the knees touch the floor for the entire minute. Keep the tension in your core, in your legs, in your shoulders. Also a goal, try to not make too much noise. So don't stomp into the floor, go controlled and slow. Almost like a cat that is hunting and you don't want to hear anything. 1 minute non-stop. Now for the second exercise, we just turn it the way around. Now we move in this table position. Very beneficial, because now my arms are behind my back. Good for my shoulders, good for my back. Because ask yourself, how much time a day do you have your arms behind your back? Almost never. Life is here in front of you, on the phone, on the computer, grabbing stuff here, but not so much behind. At the same time, we also work on our hamstrings, on our posterior chain of the body. So very beneficial position and very simple to do. Hands, turn the hands sideways or back, up to you, wherever you feel comfortable. And now we want to lift up the hips. You don't have to think to push the hips too high all the time. This is a bit harder, this is a bit easier. But let's start easy. Same here, 1 minute movement non-stop. That means I can move forward, small steps. I can move back. I can also move sideways in that position. And to the other side. 1 minute non-stop movement, do it slow and controlled. You will figure out the coordination as well from hand and foot while moving. You're gonna feel your triceps, you're gonna feel your shoulders, your back, your hamstrings. Again, a very nice complementary exercise to the crawling position. For exercise number 3, I want you to work a bit more on your shoulders, because again, like I said, many people don't do much stuff behind their back and shoulders. They need a lot of complexity to keep your range of motion of the shoulders and to keep them healthy. So we lay on the belly, and now with the right hand I tap behind the head. With the left hand I tap behind the lower back. Here palm and here top of the hand touching. At the same time I want to lift up the legs, lift up my upper body to activate my whole posterior chain again. Tap, and now we switch. Tap, 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 tap. After, taps on both sides, so tap, tap. Place your elbows on the floor, keep the knees on the floor, and now just push up into your knee elbow plank. Lay down again. So we do tap, tap, elbows and knees to the floor, push, back down, go again. 1, 2, place, push, lay down, and so on. A great one for your back, for your shoulders, for healthy shoulders, range of motion in your shoulders. But then at the same time, also a good one for your core by pushing into your plank. And since we do it on the knees, it's way easier to do in the beginning. Later on, if you feel like you want to go for the harder variation, you can also lay on the floor and go into a full elbow plank. That means knees in the air, but always be careful, don't overarch your lower back. The last exercise, exercise number 4. Here I want you to work a bit on your mobility, also on your hip flexors and a little bit on arching your back. Because the hip flexors, since many people sit a lot of time on the chair, they become very short, but they also become very weak because we never really train them to lift the legs, all right? So we kneel on the floor and we go for the kneeling diagonal stretch. Standing, it will be way more demanding. Since you want to start easy, kneel on the floor. Now the left knee is on the floor, right leg is in front. Back leg can be tucked or flat, depending what feels more comfortable for you. The front leg, turn it out to the side a little bit, so a little bit of outside rotation, or you keep it flat on the floor. And now, what I want to do is the right arm wants to reach back to my left leg. So it's diagonal, not right arm, right leg, opposite sides. And to reach, I want to lean back, I want to push forward my hips to feel also the loading on my left hip flexor if the left leg is back. If I cannot reach all the way back, it's too far, then just push and touch here, your leg, wherever you can tap, all right? The goal would be you can touch your heel, but start touching the hamstrings, just feeling how you can push out and how you load the hip flexor. Here we go for 10 reps. 1, come back forward. 2, come back forward. Feel the load, use this arm to reach back. If I reach this arm back, it also gives me a nice stretch here on the side. Let's show it on the other side. Left leg in front, right leg in the back. Left arm reaches, tap, come forward. I reach, I feel the stretch here, and I feel it all the way through if I lean back here. 10 reps. 3, 4, 5, and so on. That means 10 reps each side. Great one for mobility, for your hip flexors, for your hips, for your back, also a bit for your shoulders since you reach back again. That was it. 4 very beginner exercises that every person can start doing, especially you, if you want to move more, if you want to start to feel better. Crawling on the floor, 1 minute non-stop. Then take a rest of whatever you need. Then you go for 1 minute table walking, any direction you can go. Then we go for the taps into your plank. And then we go for the last one, the kneeling diagonal stretch, 10 reps each leg. Aim to complete 2 to 4 rounds of these exercises. And also, I'm sure, once you start feeling better, you want more. And of course, if you want more, I have the perfect training app for you. Because the Leo Moves app offers more than hundreds of workouts, more than 12 programs, thousands of exercises made for every level. I also have a beginner program called Begin and Win. Very simple workouts, 15 to 20 minutes, where you can start moving more and go to the next level. And from there on, I'm sure you never want to stop again. I will leave a link to my training app in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will keep uploading high quality content for you to help you to make your body your best friend. Thank you so much for watching. I see you next time. Now let's go practice.